2,000 days. I've spent 2,000 days in this world over the last year. Every block you see, I placed it. Every path, every build, every detail started as nothing. I love this world because I was able to take things that were in my head and make them a reality. This world is full of them. The ones that worked and the ones that didn't. But I kept going anyway. I'm not trying to finish it. I'm not trying to complete it. I just want to create. Every time I log in, there's something new that I want to try, something I want to bring to life. And over time, this stopped being just another world. It became my world. And I'm nowhere near done with it. Hello and welcome to Odd Builds. Last episode, we spent our time building up these beautiful hot air balloons. And I gotta tell you, I love looking up and seeing them up there. I do need to take care of a couple things, like getting a campfire put in the orange one up there. So we're gonna take care of that right now. So in today's episode, I want to transform this entire area into a rolling flower field. I want to have custom trees and giant patches of flowers and all that kind of stuff. But I did reach out to my community, that's you guys, and I asked what should we do with this area kind of behind me that's going to serve as the backdrop to the flower field. And you guys said that it looked really good, flattened out and having a lot of the custom trees like we did back in our village. So that's what we're going to start with. I'm going to go gather up my dirt and we're going to start flattening out this area behind us and making it look really good. Now that it is all flat back here, we can do one of my favorite things, and that's building up custom trees. I can't wait to have this as an amazing backdrop for this flower field. Then we can get on to getting those flowers. So I'm going to hop into that right now. Have I mentioned before that I love these trees? They turned out so well, and they're gonna serve as the perfect backdrop for this flower field. If you guys would like to see me build trees just like this, you can check out a past episode in the top right corner where I built these into a little forest area right off of our main village. So if you do go check that out, please drop a comment and let me know that you came from this video. And if you feel inclined, please drop a like as well. But now that these are done, I want to add in these path blocks a little bit more and start dividing this area into sections for where the flowers and the giant wheat field is gonna go. I also need to gather up a bunch of flowers, and that's gonna be easier said than done. But for part of that, I do have a solution, but we'll get to that in a minute. For right now, let's get this path in and those oak leaves everywhere to divide up these sections. Now that we have everything laid out, we just need the flowers, which I don't have a lot of. So if we go down here to our tree farm, our copper golem is still working really hard, getting everything sorted for us. I want to put an automatic flower farm here. Now, this is only really going to be for the 2 tall flowers, which is going to be great for dye down the road, but it's also going to be great for roses and peonies and lilacs and stuff like that. But I don't have wildflowers, nor do I have pink petals, so we're going to need to find those. But first, let's dig out this area to make enough room so we can get this build put together. Right, it has been dug out, and I went ahead and hid some of the space with some dirt there. I need to fill in a couple extra spots, but we're ready to start getting the materials to get this flower farm going. But I think I'm out of redstone, and I'm out of nether quartz. So let's go check. Over here in our storage area, let's double check the redstone. Yikes. All right, what about the nether quartz? Also yikes. I need to get redstone, and I need to get nether quartz. All right, after a little bit of work, we've got the flower farm going. So I did load up some of the bone meal, but I need to get a lot more, but it should be well enough, yeah, to get all of these running. So I should now have enough to get any flour that I want, at least from these options, and also any of these dye options as well. But just sitting in a dirt wall like this doesn't look great. So I'm going to go ahead and get some spruce wood from our tree farm and also go trade with my villagers to get some bookshelves, and let's make this look 10 times better. I need to get quite a few more bookshelves, but this side is looking pretty good. I don't know how I want to transition up to the dirt that's underneath the wizard's tower, but I'll think on that later. But for now, I think this is looking really good. I want to push this wall back by one more and maybe change up the storage stuff for our tree farm, because our copper golem buddy here keeps getting stuck underneath these stairs, and I could just fill him in, but I think I need to figure out something else that will work for him. But now at least this place looks a little bit better for him, so he's not just in a giant stone and dirt square. What I need to do next is I need to turn this farm on and let it go. I also need to go AFK for some bone meal. Wow, this is loud. So I'm going to go get some more bone meal for this farm, let that run, and we can start working on the flower field over by the honey farm. The moss farm broke, and it took me forever to fix it. Somehow this line here and this line here turned into cobblestone, which caused this whole thing to lock up and not produce anything. And I sat here forever with nothing producing. And every time I would take care of this block here, all this water would come out and then wash away the redstone to where it would just break it even more. Eventually, I got it working to where I had to bone meal this block here to cause this one to activate, and then it fixed everything. But it was such a headache. This is why I don't do a lot of redstone. But luckily, I've got enough bone meal now to where I can actually get some flowers made so we can get this field looking beautiful. All right, I think I have just enough flowers for most of these spots, and of course it's gotta rain, but I might need to get some more. I am not 100% sure. This giant area over here, that is actually going to be a giant wheat field, because I thought that would fit over here. This spot here used to be leaves, but a creeper actually blew it up, and I filled it in and I left it as is because I thought maybe I could put something here, like maybe a Torii gate or something. I thought that would look really cool and maybe fit kind of the aesthetic of the area, so we're gonna try that out. And then there's a couple custom trees that we're gonna be throwing out, like especially over here and then over there by the honey farm. And then I want to get really into some lighting options for here. So maybe get some moss carpet with some lanterns underneath, or maybe do some light posts over here that kind of fit the theme of the area. I don't know. I'm going to play around with some stuff and we'll see kind of what we come up with. It has been a long few weeks building this up, but it's finally done. Also, I got a zombie horse on stream. If you'd like to tune in on streams, make sure you check out here on YouTube or over on twitch.tv/OddManMC. But these flower fields are looking beautiful. The custom trees definitely add a lot of foliage and nature to it, especially these little ones that kind of go along our path. I added in some various lighting options, just a fence post with a lantern on it, or these crescent moon shaped lanterns that I found on Pinterest. I can't remember exactly who posted these, so if I do find them, I'm going to put the name on the video right now. They did a great job, and the only thing I did was I changed up a tough wall that goes up top instead of a mud wall, and I think it just looks great with this color scheme. But the lighting and the trees help lead these paths in different directions, and it kind of guides your eyes to different places. I might trim out this branch right here. I'm not 100% sold on it, but for now, that's fine. I also have firefly bushes kind of hidden throughout in little spots just to kind of add some extra ambient light at night when we're walking through or when we're looking, and I love the little detail that it adds. And I also added in some moss carpet that has some lanterns underneath, along with some glow lichen on top of our water sources in our crop fields. And I think I have a few kind of hidden throughout just to kind of add more ambient lights. I do need to get some more dried grass to kind of add some different patches to our wheat field, but overall I think this is a great start. I also added in 2 different Torii gates. I added one right here as kind of an entrance to the wheat field, and then I added a second one over here that kind of leads up to our build from the water's edge. I really like the look of these. They are very simple and just don't distract from the build a whole lot, but they just kind of add their own kind of characteristic to it, and I love it. Unfortunately, I could not find more blue orchids because I could not find a swamp that I could just kind of tear out these flowers, but I did find a giant area with cornflowers, so I went ahead and just kind of took fry bread here over to there, and I just tore them all out and placed them here. But overall, this area is looking fantastic. This is probably one of the biggest aesthetic builds that I've done, and honestly, this brought me so much joy just building this up. I did add a little wooden swing over here underneath this tree, as well as a water pump. I love adding little details like this because it just makes this world feel more alive. It would be cool to get some villagers roaming around here, but I don't think they're going to last very long with all the pillager raids that have been going on. So I might try to find another way to make this place feel a little more ambient, but overall, this turned out fantastic. And one thing I want to do over here before we wrap on up is I want to add the front face to the wool farm and also get these sheep dyed different colors and finish filling out these modules that are empty. So let's head into one final montage to get that going. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. And now the wool farm finally has a face. I decided to go with a just simple kind of barn style for the front of it because the wool farm is embedded into the mountain, so it's not really going to get seen from the outside. But this definitely looks better than a giant hole in the wall for sure. I do think that we're going to fix up the inside so it's not completely barren. I just don't know what I want to do yet. I also need to fill out these last 4 containers because I'm missing, I think, brown, lime green, cyan, and something else. But overall, between this and our now completed rolling flower fields, excuse me, they ruined my flowers. But between all of that, I am very happy with how this all turned out. I am really a pincushion right now. Let me know in the comments down below, what was your favorite part of this entire build? If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button and hit subscribe if you want to see more. And if you want to see 5 rules that I follow when I build, you can check this video out in the top right corner. But that's enough out of me, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!